Back with the CEO of my last name. It's going to be our second episode. What we're doing is we're going to build a foundation. The first word that we talked about was mindset, about setting your mind. You can look back and see the other podcasts, the other episodes for that. But this one, we want to be intentional about what are you doing with your mind. You want to have vision. So what a vision is, being a CEO of your last name, you want to have a perspective. You want to have a perspective or an outlook on the future and where you want to go. And you want to write your vision down. What I've done is, most people, they do this thing called a vision board. But being a CEO of your last name, you want to have a perspective. You want to have a perspective or an outlook on the future and where you want to go. And you want to write your vision down. What I've done is, most people, they do this thing called a vision board, but I've done a vision screensaver. So on this vision screensaver, what it does is shows different things that are my visions for 2024. Well, now with these visions, you want to make sure it's things that you can actually do towards those goals. And I want everybody to remember this one thing. You don't have to have money to do any of this. A lot of people say money is kind of stopping them. But if you have the money without a plan, the money is just useless. So you want to make sure that you have a vision and a direction that you're going. So that's one of our next things that we're going to talk about, is having vision and direction. A study showed that the difference between someone reaching their goals and not reaching their goals, the only difference was the person that reached their goals just thought they could do it. It wasn't a difference between money or resource. It's just the thinking that you could actually do what you set yourself out to do. I attest this to people go to school, they be nurses, doctors, lawyers, IT professionals, whatever they do. They become these things because they set out a goal. Maybe it's a goal somebody's written out for them, or college or something, but they set the plan to do it. And it may take them 4 years, it may take them 7 years, but they set that goal and that plan. So for being the CEO of your last name, which would entail ownership of business, you want to set the goal, or you want to have an objective, and you want to reach that. You don't want to just be moving around aimlessly, not being the CEO of your last name. You want to have the direction. Even if you're moving slow, you're moving that direction. And I promise you, the resources will start coming. Well, second episode, like I said, we're going to keep these episodes short. CEO of my last name, I'm your host, Stephen Mintz. We did a little drive along today, something different. Most podcasts, they probably centered one location, but we different, man. We the CEO of our last name. We're going to make a difference, man. Y'all have a wonderful day.